Okay, let's go. Let's now look at question 9, November 2022, grade 12, maths paper 2. The question was as follows. It was a Euclidean geometry question. Now let's read 9.1. Said in the diagram, O is the center of the circle and then OD bisects the chord AB. All right, we can see that on the diagram. Therefore, we are required to prove that, prove the theorem that states that the line from the center of a circle that bisects the chord is perpendicular to the chord. Okay, so we just need to prove that OD is perpendicular to AB. So it means here needs to be perpendicular. All right, so now first thing first that we need to do to answer this question, we need to draw a line at OA. You must draw a line and also OB. Okay, let's go ahead and construct that line. There you go. There is the line that we're talking about. Construct that line. This is so that we can form triangles. Okay, this is not the best line in the world, but I hope you guys can see it. There you go. Great stuff. So now that's the line. So now we have got two triangles here. We're gonna say in triangle we have got triangle AOD and also triangle BOD. Okay, there you go. Good stuff. Okay, here it's not clear which one is O and D. Let me write it properly. This is O. Right, great stuff. So now we can come here and say, okay, the line that we have contrasted, which is OA, it is equals to OB. The reason for this is because it's the radius. Remember, because the question says O is the center, so therefore the reason for this is the radius. And then we have got OD, which is also equal to OD, which is a common chord between the two triangles that we have there. And therefore what we have again, we have got that AD is equals to DB. BD rather, it's fine. Okay, this is this one here. It is given to us, so therefore our reason here will be given. Okay, remember guys, here we're just sticking to the basics. We don't want to try something else that we don't know anything about. So therefore, once we have that, we can easily say in triangle we have got ADO is congruent is in triangle BDO. Okay, so therefore this would mean that side by side, this is our reason, by side. Okay, so once we have that, we can come here and say that, okay, ADB is a chord, so, or we can say it's a straight line, is this line here that is there. Okay, therefore we can say if that's a straight line and is a chord, therefore D1, which is the D that will be this side, and then this side I would say this angle here will be D2, is equals to D2 there. Therefore if that's the case, remember, if that's the case, therefore it means OD will be therefore perpendicular to AB as required by this question. Please go and look at this question, guys. It is just there to prove that if you draw a line from the center to the chord, it will bisect that chord into equal sides, and it will be perpendicular to the chord that is drawn from the center. All right, I hope it's clear, guys. Straightforward basics of Euclidean geometry. Please make sure that you study and understand all these theorems, or you subscribe to this channel where we will deliver more videos when it comes to Euclidean geometry. Let's now move on to 9.2. 9.2, it says here in the diagram, E, B, F, S, and P are points on the circle center O. Okay, we know that this is our center, which is very good. GB is a tangent to the circle at B. Okay, we see that. So that's a tangent. I'm just gonna mark it with T. And then FE is produced to meet the tangent at G. Okay, we see that. FE, okay, is FE here. It's got equal size here. It's bisect equal line drawn from the chord to from the center to the chord, bisected to equal sides. There we go. And then OT is drawn such that T is the midpoint of EF. Okay, we see that because that's why it is dividing the line into equal sides. And then GO and BO are drawn, and then BS is drawn through T, making PS parallel to G. Okay, we see there's the parallel lines there. So immediately when they talk about parallel lines, we know that we are going to talk about corresponding angles, co-interior angles, and alternating angles as well. If they talk about the center, we know that we're going to talk about angles on the same segments. Angle at the center is twice angle at the circumference, and things like that. Immediately, guys, when you read the question, you should be able to start thinking of the theorems that will be applicable to that question. That will be very helpful, but you only achieve that once you practice and start understanding the concept thereof. All right, let's move on to 9.2.1. It says we need to prove that OTBG is a cyclic quad. Okay, it's either we must prove that angles are equal, or we need to prove that two angles are equal or two sides are equal. Therefore, this is a cyclic quad. So let's have a look at the cyclic quad they're talking about. It's OTBG. So this is what they're talking about. This is our O here, the center, TGB. So this is a cyclic quad. Is it a cyclic quad or not? Let's have a look at it, and then there you go. Then you're gonna come back here at O. Okay, now let's look at it in this manner. I can see already that we have got OTG, which is our angle, is equals to 90 degrees. What are we looking at here? Let me remove all these things so that you guys can see here on the diagram. I'm looking at let's say OTG, which is this angle here. It is 90 degrees. Remember what we proved on the previous question is that the chord is always perpendicular to the line that is bisecting the chord into two halves. Okay, so once we know that, we can move again. Here's another line here going there at B, so therefore it means it is also bisecting at 90 degrees as well. So therefore it means OB G will be 90 as well. I hope you guys can see the lines I'm talking about. Remember the previous question that we just did now? We said these lines. Here's a line here drawn from the center going to this point here. So therefore this line would form 90 degrees here because it's drawn from the center to a certain point on the chord. Same thing applies here. Here is this line here. It is drawn to here at B, so therefore this is also 90 degrees. So having that in mind, we can come here and say, okay, therefore T is equals to B as well, because they are both equal to 90. So having that here, we can say our reason here is tangent theorem. Okay, any tangent drawn to the circle, it is therefore perpendicular to the line or any radius drawn on that circle. So therefore, once we have proven that, because all these angles are equal to 90, therefore we're gonna come here and say OTBG is a cyclic quad. Okay guys, you don't have to do a lot here. I've seen learners writing a lot of things here, but sometimes it's not necessary to do that. You just need to prove that two angles are equal, therefore this would be a cyclic quad. Let's move on to 9.2.2. okay, 9.2.2. there you go. What is the question saying? It's saying that we need to prove that O, this is G O B, they are equal to S. Okay, G O B, they are equal to S. Let's see now. Let me remove that. Okay, G, there's G there, there's O there. Let me see, it's G O B. Okay, all right, good stuff. So they're saying to me we need to prove that angle GOB is equals to S. Where is S? S is right here. Okay, so clearly you would see that it is, this S is equals to T here because of what? Parallel lines. We've got parallel lines here, so these parallel lines are parallel. This makes it a angle. All right, and therefore let's come here and see. Already we can see that, but we just need to equate it to B first, and then let's see what we can do here. We can come here and say, okay, angle S is equals to T, as we just did now, and the reason being these are corresponding angles. These are corresponding angles. Reason because GF, as stated here in the question here, it is parallel to PS. This one is given to us, but we know from the question that T, which is that T there, it is equals to O. T is equals to O. What is the reason there? The reason is that these angles are on the same segment. Angles on the same segment. And then therefore, if that's the case, therefore it means S is equals to O. And that's it, guys. That's how you would prove this one. Angles on the same segment, parallel lines. Like I said earlier when we started this question, I said we are going to, the question must tell you what you're going to use. They speak about parallel lines, we think about alternating angles, co-interior and corresponding angles. If they speak about the center, we start thinking about angles on the same segments. Angle at the center is twice angle at the circumference, you know, things like that. When they start say prove that this is a cyclic quad, we just need to prove that two sides are equal or two angles are equal, therefore that should be a cyclic quad. All right guys, this is Euclidean geometry. Stick to the basics, you should never go wrong. I will see you on the next upload where we'll be doing question 9, November 2021.